Home. Welcome to the Hangout. We've got Emma, Darren, and Steven here. How are you guys doing? How's everybody out there doing? It's first day. Some had to work, some didn't. So what about you, Emma, Steven, and Darren? Did you guys start at 8 a.m. Eastern today?
This was the first year I slept in. I was like, every year I feel ragged and horrible because I only get like an hour of sleep. So I decided to wait until 10 a.m. this year.
Did you feel it? Did you like, oh, I got to go.
I'm doing much better. But I'm coming from behind now. I'm like trying to move up the rank.
I know Steven had to work, right?
Well, I did, but I still edited on my phone because I can make it work. I have
get on the scoreboard,
and I was able to connect two, so I have two to basically be the bottom end of Germany genies. So I'm holding up the very end with my phone edits, and now I'm back on my computer, so now I'm able to make some adjustments. I'm running into some brick walls right now into what I'm researching.
Oh, no brick walls, no rabbit holes on phone.
I got to go in the other direction now. I got to hit the kids.
How you doing, Darren? Down where it's probably much nicer weather than it's going to be in the U.S. So did you start at the very beginning?
I started about 4:30 a.m. my time.
Wow.
And it's 2 p.m. now. So that's probably 2 hours after it started.
Yeah. Patty, you got to make it to Midnight Madness. So as you guys know, you see down below, we have the secret word is checkers. That is for the prize drawing. It's either a mug or a t-shirt that you can win. And if you type that in, uppercase, lowercase, mixed case, does not matter. You can type it in 100 times. It's still only going to count once for you. So go ahead and type it in. It will do the drawing towards the end. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the hangouts are shorter now. This is going to be about a 10-minute hangout. We are not going to read the entire stats to you, but what we will do is bring up the screen real quick. And let me refresh it, and I'll have Darren tell us what the total is. Find it. There we go. So let's see. We got to refresh. So our total is since 8 a.m. Eastern today.
Yep. So 22,181.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So the reason also why I want to mention this is, guess what? We have back again, guess the total. So go to G2G and guess the total. The one tip that I can give everybody, though, for guess the total is to watch, if you're able, the 4 a.m. hangout with Alesh and ask him for the stats on how well we're doing compared to previous thons, and then you'll get an idea of where to guess. That's what we typically do. So what are you guys working on? You got a project, you got a one place study, a one name study, you've got a certain thing. I'm chasing DNA, so I'm chasing a certain area for DNA. Emma?
I'm doing US Black Heritage, a little bit of every state pretty much, and lots of 1880 stuff going on, lots of new connections being made. And I wanted to mention to everybody, this is why we do the Connect-a-Thon. Is the numbers game. Connection is about numbers. Like China, hard to connect, right? Because we don't have enough profiles. So how do you make the connections grow? You add new profiles. A couple years ago, we used to whine and cry because we couldn't get our people connected, and now every day it's like new connection, new connection, new connection. So it's working. It works. Woo!
I like those that are proving each other CC7. Now that is true teamwork, and that's why you kind of join a thon team. We join together, and that's kind of like what you're doing too, Emma. You guys are working together, and I imagine that sometimes you get stuck, right, Steven? You get some brick walls.
Yeah, a couple of those. So I mean, right now I'm just pushing back in the opposite direction, making sure I can get the kids, because it looks like one of the families I'm working on has 10 kids. And it looks like they're all deceased. So I'm, floating around Milwaukee, Wisconsin with a bunch of Germans. So, at least there's enough censuses to go around. I've been having some issue finding some birth and death records for some of these, though. so I can't really confirm, parentage. I can't confirm, a couple of things, but hopefully my genies, when they wake up in a couple of hours, because that will be morning for them at 11 my time, they will be on top of, well, maybe they'll respond to some of my comments in the Discord. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Well, and here's a good point to mention too. So Daring is the brand new leader of the global team, right?
The Globetrotters, yeah. We've got 9 people this time, and took over because David's got his notable.
You wrestled him for it, right?
He's got a notable team going.
So you guys trotting all over the globe?
Yeah. Pretty much.
But here's my interesting question. So Stephen mentioned that I assume you're going to drop a message in your Thon channel, your Discord channel. Hey, genies, help me with this. So how many of us out there, before we go to sleep, drop a hint or a request in our Thon Discords and say, hey, help me? Anybody see this overnight?
Well, yeah, and then when you wake up in the morning, it might be answered. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's efficiency, right?
Well,
especially if you're working with an international team.
It's the beauty, right, of the Discord channel.
Yeah, and it's a lot faster for someone to respond. You can see who's responding in real time. I mean, G2G is great, but for a little bit more instantaneousness, the Discord certainly is helpful. So
I love it, there. You got your Globetrotters coming out for you. I agree, Stephen. I think it is easier. So it looks like you guys have really varied out there what you're doing and what you're working on. And showing us, have you guys run into any cool tips you want to share? I know Emma always has really good ones. When we were doing WikiTree Day and doing that live research, one of the brilliant tips that Emma gave is go in all directions.
That's what I was just going to say. Stephen mentioned the 10 kids. Add all 10 kids. I can't believe how many trees you put one kid out of a family of 10, and it's like you need all 10 of those kids.
We just want to follow like the paternal line or the maternal line. It's so easy to just
you're missing half the.
No,
you're missing out on record possibilities that way.
Right. Answers to figure out like the next generation back. No, I actually plan on doing it after I get off this call here. I am going to go back. I am going to start adding all the kids that I added to the mom's profile, so that way I can link off of it, and I have all the dates already, and I know that they're real people. And yeah, that's going to be my first thing that I do tonight. I won't let you down, Emma.
No, you're doing the right thing. I was saying, be like Steve. Go add all the kids. That's what the magic is.
If I could add my own 2 cents as well. Personal categories are a godsend. They're the best thing. If you want to keep track of something and you forget where you left off, go ahead and create personal categories for those things that need sources, need connections, parents, children. Wow. Kilden. and so like I've always kind of expressed that because I do have like a very big collection of personal categories that I use, and I just find that they're immensely helpful during these Connect-a-Thons.
I thought it was a great idea because I think sometimes people are scared to create categories in general, and then personal categories, they're like, I don't know what that is, and it's just name it like Stephen said.
Well, and they're not overseeing the project. Sorry, go ahead, Emma.
I said you can ask for help in G2G if you need help creating personal categories. Lots of people will be. I had someone message me last week needing help with creating personal category. No problem.
And also keep in mind, if you're in the Thon team this week in Discord, reach out, ask them. There's probably somebody like Stephen that has a bunch of them in his team. So ask. Your captains are there for a reason, but as you know, anybody in the team is really helpful when mentoring across the globe, right, Darren? That was a little joke. To get in there. Okay, so why are we talking about checkers? So for those of you that don't know, every Tuesday is a list that comes out on G2G called the Featured Connections. And if you're connected to the tree and you go to your profile all the way down at the bottom, it'll tell you how you're connected to so-and-so and so-and-so. And this week is Kings. And that's what we do with connection checkers. And we go on G2G and we see if we can verify the steps between me and, say, King Charles III, which, by the way, is this week. And I was shocked how easy it was for me to verify the steps between me and King Charles. Somebody mentioned on G2G that it was pretty much public record all the way through, and they're pretty much right. So that's what we do. We have fun with that and hang out and chat with each other on G2G to kind of see what's going on. Every week is a different theme. I don't know what next week's theme is, but it's up there if you go to the connection checker.
Might be Australia.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Australia based.
That's great.
Unless it's based on recent deaths and it can adjust at will for those reasons.
Good point. It does, doesn't it?
Notables lately.
Yes, but Australia Days are the 26th. No, I've got the date wrong, but it's next week sometime.
And thanks, Emma, for mentioning this. I have not heard that they were discouraged, but I agree with Emma that creating 100 of them might be discouraged.
Use them wisely.
Yeah.
You only probably need like 10 good ones at the most. And then when you become more well-versed with them, you can break them down. I mean, I even did bring them up with like the new members, we did the Zoom for that. And it's, if nobody has to do it, but if it's a preference thing, it helps them out. That's kind of what I was pointing towards. I mean, I'm a sort of person that had labeled all of my drawers when I was a kid. So I have to have things in neat, orderly files. And that's just how I operate.
I need to become a better friend of yours, Steven, so I can learn from you.
I will be your sensei.
Did you have that thing? What was it? The dino maker, that you
the label maker?
Yeah, you spun the wheel, the ladder.
Yeah.
So you were definitely organized after that.
If I had a DeLorean, I would be like a Doc Brown, and I would label everything: time circuits, destination time. See, I was highly influenced by that fiction.
There you go, Marky's the same.
You can't see it; it doesn't exist. It's an object permanence issue.
Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. But we've got to draw. So let me bring up the screen and see who the big winner is. I told you guys these will be quicker. Oh, I should just pause real quick. The Hangouts are quicker, but Midnight Madness did get a longer extension on the Hangout. So we're changing it up a little bit. It'll be shorter, but it'll still be a lot of fun. Okay, here we go. If you typed in checkers, let's see. Let's see. Hey, Kathy Love. Congratulations, Kathy.
I think she's lucky.
Kathy, you don't need to do anything. Anyone's going to get in touch with you afterwards, and it's generally a choice of a mug or the shirt. You can go to the WikiTree store if you'd like to see the options. Like, I don't know who else are mugs, but like you can get a Thon Team mug. You can get a WikiTree Connect-a-Thon mug. You've got all different types of choices. So congratulations, Kathy. You won the prize. Okay. And Darren, what's the score? What's the total? Do we know?
Just let me refresh it.
New updated total.
No, that hasn't updated.
Did you break it?
Well, it's saying for me, 22,447.
Great job, guys. That's really, really great. Okay, so when we come back at midnight, we're going to have at least 1,000 more from Steven because he's ready to rock and roll.
Between Steven and I.
Okay, guys, happy connecting, and we'll see you in about 4 hours for Midnight Madness. Bye, guys.
Bye.